What's up, guys? Your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself, aka Lance-A-Lot. Not many of you know that my name is Lance-A-Lot in this game because I tend to Lance a lot. Seriously, that's the only reason why his name is such. But anyway, I want to do a little something new, because since there's not a lot left for me to do in Monster Hunter, well, there's a lot left for me to do, but for YouTube focus, there really isn't too much for me to do, because I've done all the monsters, done all the event quests, not left for me to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing an interesting thing of sorts. I don't know why I went there. I'm going to do a series, so to speak, where I call it Week of. If any of you who is subscribed to, Maximilian, big guy in the FGC, I pretty much got that straight from him. But I decided to do it with Monster Hunter because it just seems to be the type of game in which I can get away with something like this. Being I would do a week of a certain weapon. So to start the first week, we're going to do a week of lancing. And the monster we're going to fight can be completely at random. Does not mean anything. Whatever monster pops up, he gets dropped, so to speak. So right now we're going to go in here and fight this Glacial Ignactor. I'm using the normal Ignactor, full set of armor. My skills I put in the description, of course, but I might be wearing multiple suits of armor throughout this week of. So I'll try to remember to put, the armors in which I get them, in which I use them accordingly. That is. But for the starters, I want to say this: Ignactor is one of my favorite monsters in this series. Whoa! Close. Balls. Shout outs to Neric. Shout outs to Ivy. Where is he at? He's one of my favorite monsters in the series due to the fact that because I like to lance all the time. He's always been a monster in which Lancers have, well, he tends to favor Lancers, so to speak, with his skills and everything. In this set of armor, the normal Ignactor, back in Tri, it was the Lancer's best friend, so to speak. It came with guard and guard boost and a couple other really nice skills that made it really easy for Lancers like myself. This time around, the normal Ignactor didn't really do that. He has a couple of skills that are really good, but for the most part, they're just universal. I think. The Glacial Ignactor took that road. Now, the fact that he is the Lancer's, armor set to have. If you're going full armor sets, not trying to mix and match a set for any certain amount of skills, but to come straight standard, the Glacial Ignactor pretty much takes the cake when it comes to being the Lancer. Just monster. Well, the armor anyway, I should say. Oh man, he kind of homed in on me. I tried to run away from that. Take this Tansy chip. I know for red health, I always take a Tansy chip because it just regenerates that red health without me actually taking a potion or whatever. A lot of people don't really run Tansy chips. I urge you to if you don't. To run them, that is. Whoa, okay, so can we get him? Yes, we did get him. Alright, I was about to comment saying I didn't bring any Sonic bombs. I just noticed that. Now a lot of people know. I'm just gonna break this off. Not a lot of people know when to. There it is. Know when to Sonic bomb a monster that is capable of being Sonic bomb, like out of the ground and things like that. It's relatively simple. It's pretty much whenever they're underground, so long as they're not enraged. In a lot of cases, Diablos is when the monster a lot of people tend to use Sonic bombs on, but a lot of times they get it wrong because Diablos be raged, and he's normally raged all the time, and they just tend to throw it up anyway. The Sonic bomb, that is, not necessarily throw it up, but tend to use it. Get underneath. There we go. But that's how I started practicing with the Diablos. Then I eventually started moving over to the Ignactor, because the Ignactor is a bit tricky, because not all his movements he can actually be Sonic bombed out of, which is strange. Same goes with the Diablos. Well, let me take this potion before things get hairy. Okay, I just want to point out something really quick. I don't know if you've been paying attention or not, but when the Ignator burrows under the ice, you can see his shadow silhouette underneath the ice, which is pretty cool. But how cool would it have been if you can actually see him, you know, moving under the ice? You know, I'm pretty sure it's not possible. If they made a Monster Hunter, let's say, ground up for the Wii U, because this was indeed a port from the 3DS, so if they made it ground up for the Wii U, which I'm pretty sure they can do, you know, I mean, Capcom, this is an amazing game. Monster Hunter's always been beautiful, you know. For when it came out on the PS2, it provided those big environments with the foliage and everything else, and it had the monsters that just made everything click together. Wow, I just took 2 hits, just being clumsy. Am I dizzy? Am I dizzy? Am I dizzy? No, let's block this. Or not even get, okay. But I know that they have the means to do it. You know, they make great games. They make great looking games. So I'm just wondering if they made a Monster Hunter ground up for the Wii U. You know, with the fact that it's HD console and it's stronger than the PS3 and the Xbox 360. Will they take advantage of that power and actually make a really beautiful game? That's really what I want from them. I know they can do it. You know, because they are making. What's it called? Online? Monster Hunter Online using the CryEngine. Now, the only reason that game probably, in my opinion, won't look as good as a Wii U from the ground up Monster Hunter is because MMOs, I don't care what MMO it is, MMOs tend to kind of suffer just a little bit in graphical prowess due to the fact that they have to make up for outrageously large environments, things like that. You know, granted, Monster Hunter does have big environments and everything, but I feel that if you were to just focus it like on a console game, because MMOs are bigger than console games, like environments and whatnot, they would just leave it focused on it being a console game. Maybe even have most of the same areas. Introduce, you know, some more monsters. Make the sizes of the areas a bit bigger. You know, nothing too great, just an actual upgrade, so to speak. I'm pretty sure they can add, you know, the tiny, minute details like having when the Glacial Ignator burrows under the ice, you're able to see him, you know, go up underneath the ice and make his way through there. Same when like Diablo, something like that, burrows under the ground, or when they do burrow under the ground or whatever, have like a hole that you can, I don't know, maybe you can get down in, you know. Granted, I wouldn't recommend it because he can easily come back through that hole and attack you, whatever. But I'm guessing it'd just be cool to like have the hole in the ground and like leave the hole in the ground for the remainder of the quest, to just signify like not necessarily destructible environments, but as if the ecosystem that you're in is like living and breathing, you know. Because they do have little minor monsters, you know, like the Bullfango here, and they have Banabra just roaming around. You know, it makes the environment and the ecosystem kind of mesh together. But to add all these certain graphical elements that they could put into the game, maybe if they built one ground up for the Wii U, things like that with high graphical power, I feel as if it'd be really nice, you know. That's just me rambling about something that I necessarily want. But hey, anything can happen, you know. The future is pretty much dependent on how we make it, you know. So that's how I feel about that. And I really think it can happen if we push it, you know, because we pushed to get this game out here in the States, and here it is today. I'm pretty sure we're gonna push again. Whoa, that's a nice one. We're gonna again a nice one. And not so nice. But I'm pretty sure we're going to get Monster Hunter 4 since it sold really well in Japan. So who knows if we can, you know, persuade them to make a whole new Monster Hunter, maybe Monster Hunter 5 for the Wii U ground up with all these nice little nitpick things that I talked about there. And then maybe some I haven't talked about. That would also be nice because they're developers and I'm not.